Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of you elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, I am come to send fire on the earth. California is on fire. In particular, LA. I hope the elect out there is doing well. I expect a lot of videos to be put up on this this plague. Hey, look, this is we're really just a weekend to January. All hell is breaking loose. Most High turn the faucet up even more. Gonna be a time where he's gonna turn it up all the way. You had two so-called terrorist attacks. You had the so many things happening you can't even keep up with it. Damn near. The drones in New Jersey is all in the news. Is out of the news. And you had orbs shooting the drones out the sky. Come to find out that the individual in the Tesla in front of the Trump building, that he was a part of it, and he was getting ready to spill the beans. So the whole lot of things are going on, and that they referred to him as Captain America. He was a real patriot. Anyway, you can clearly see the signs, dealing with the downfall of the Edomites, the Edomite nation. Anyway, it says, I am come to send, Luke 12:49, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? So when Yahweh Shai and the angels come back, there's going to be fires before they light this place on fire. This place is definitely going down. We're definitely seeing the beginnings of the time of Jacob's trouble. And let me read this in the NLT. I have come to set the world on fire, and I wish it were already burning. Well, it is already burning. Let's go to the BBE. Bible in Basic English. I am come to send a fire on the earth, and it may even now have been lighted or lit. Let's go to the ESV, English Standard Version. I have come to cast fire on the earth, and would that it were already kindled. Let's go to Daniel 12. The handwriting is on the wall, just like the Babylonian Empire. The night that the Babylonian Empire went down, and ultimately the Medes and the Persians came in, made Babylon the province of the Medo-Persian Empire. Under the orders of Darius the Mede, gave the order to. There were more than one Mede, but more than one Darius, by the way. You had a Persian Darius, and you had a Mede Darius that was of the Medes, and it was the Medes, the Darius of the Medes put out in order to do a surgical strike not destroy the city, just get the king and his lords, and then we just take control of the Babylon. It says in it, and by the way, you still got Israelites out there saying that the king of Babylon is a Cushite, not a Cushite. The Seven used to teach that. The king of Babylon was not a Cushite. The king of Babylon was a Syrian. When you go to Daniel chapter 7, it speaks about a lion with eagle's wings, and the lion stood up on his feet. Well, it's the same lion. That lion that's with eagle wings, perched on all fours, was the Assyrians. When it stood upon its feet, it meant that an Assyrian king would rise up. So, the king of Nebuchadnezzar was not a Cushite; he was a Assyrian. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, which are the Israelites. Who are the children of the Most High? We're gonna go into the commentary as well, just to see what they say about it. And they should say the Israelites. And this is getting ready to happen. This is a future prophecy. So he's going to stand up to deliver the children of thy people, which are the Israelites. And there shall be a time of trouble, which is Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:7, as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book, which means the elect. Speaks about the book of life, or the Lamb's book of life. So let me read that in the NLT. At that time, Michael, the archangel, who stands guard over your nation, Daniel is an Israelite, will arise. Then there will be a time of anguish greater than any since nations first came into existence. But at that time, every one of your people, Daniel's people, the Israelites, whose name is written in the book, will be rescued. That's the word saved. When you go to Matthew 24, it says saved. The word means to be rescued, and they're going to be rescued from fire. Okay, so let me do this. Let me take this. Okay, let me do this here. Okay, came up. So let's see if they explain who the people are. Michael the Great Prince, i.e. the patron angel of, the patron angel of Israel. So we don't got to read no more. Daniel 10 and 13. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 20 days. Chief prince helped me. 21 verse. But I will show you that which is noted in the scriptures, in the scripture of truth, and there is none that holds with me in these things but Michael your prince. He's known as a prince. He's a second in command under the Messiah. So it said, say the patron angel or the patron saint of the Israelites. As champion and defender, hitherto the power of the prince of grace of Greece has been unchecked. Now Michael interposes for his people's final deliverance. His people are Israelites. The expression seems borrowed from Jeremiah 30 and 7. Right, yeah, that's exactly what it is. When you go to Daniel 12 and 1, and it actually says the time of Jacob's trouble, where also Israel is spoken of as saved from it. These are the commentators saying that, by the way, Daniel chapter 12 is a future, Daniel chapter 12 and 1 is a future prophecy. So we don't have to read this anymore. Okay, let me come back over here. So let's just get right into the precepts. And this place, as Peter said, the ancient world went out by water, a deluge. This system is going to go out by fire. And the beast will not be set on fire. It'll be worn torn from earthquakes, maybe missiles dropping. But the destruction by fire is only going to be on the woman that sits upon the scarlet-colored beast. That's Babylon the Great, which is the U.S. and Palestine. But Palestine's going to be built back up. And not too many. You can go to 1,000,001 Christian scholars, experts, people that deal with the prophetic part of the Bible. Very few will say it's talking about America. There's some out there. Some of you might say that Babylon the Great in the book of Revelation, the woman that sitteth upon many waters, that's America. That's definitely America. A few of them, a handful of them. As a matter of fact, we're back in the basics. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ratazah. We be out of here in this year, 2025. I mean, we know one thing. Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai turned up that forces. He turned it up a couple of notches. For sure. Okay. Is Babylon the Great America? The fall of Babylon the Great, America. The fall of Babylon the Great, America. So I believe this is a book. Okay, I have many times suspected the U.S. to be the Babylon depicted in Revelation due to merchant. Let me open this up. And this is a book. Okay, that's it right there. That's the book right there. Yes, some believe that the United States is the Babylon depicted in the Bible's book of Revelation, the fall of Babylon. The great America argues that the United States is similar to Babylon in its wealth, power, and influence. The book also compares Hollywood, the pornographic industry, and American society's moral standards to Babylon. Got a YouTube page right here. It's United States Mystery Babylon. So you got an hour video right there. So I may watch that later. So people can't say, oh, you're the only guys that teach that. Nope. There's Edomites. The writer of this book is not an Israelite. Let me do this. However, some biblical scholars believe that Babylon is a code for Rome or the Roman Empire, which, by the way, this is the Roman Empire again, second last leg of the Roman Empire. The ancient city of Babylon was located in Mesopotamia on the lower Euphrates River and what is now Hilla, Iraq. It was once a small port town that grew to become the most prosperous cities in the region. Well, we know that not talking about ancient Babylon. Neither is it talking about Rome. If you want to say there's a second part of Rome, if you've been watching, let me do this. Donald Trump wants to annex certain people. Let's see what comes up. Annex means to take over their land. So here it is. He made a speech yesterday, and he said he's going to use the military. He's just going to take Greenland. He's going to change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. He's not even the president yet. What else? He said he was going to. What else did he say he was going to take? Oh, the Panama Canal. He's going to take that. So he may very well be the one. And some newscaster referred to him as an emperor. They said, is this an emperor? He's coming with some imperial, talk. Anyway, it says Trump suggests he could use military force to acquire Panama Canal. Trump ramps up threats to gain control of Greenland and Panama Canal. What to know about Trump's call to make Canada the 51st? Because he wants to take Canada. Canada is big or bigger than the United States. Why Trump's pursuit of Greenland could be chaired on by Russia. Now, what Russia is doing, they're annexing. They're in the process of taking over the Ukraine. The reason why they're taking over Ukraine because of the resources is the bread basket of all of Europe, or most of Europe. It's also known, I think it's 55% of neon gases, which you can make chips. Everything is run, computers, smartphones, Automobiles is now controlled by a computer, and you need chips in there. Or you also need lithium for smartphones, for computer components. Now cars are nothing but computers with wheels on it. That's why Elon Musk referred to that car as a Cybertruck. Cyber meaning it's a computer. It's a computer with a big battery, and what's built around it is a truck. Cybertruck, which is ugly to me. But here you go. He's not even president. Oh, he said he's going to get rid of all of the illegal aliens starting on day one. What else did he say he was going to do? Well, that's a major thing. Oh, he's going to allow, because he's working with Elon Musk, he's going to allow H-1B visa people to come in on an H-1B visa. When you look it up, it's a visa, temporary visa for you to come to the United States from India, China, or whatever, and you have skills, you have technical skills, which most Americans don't, because the school system doesn't teach you technical skills. You know, the school system in America is pretty much set up to keep people dumb down people. They don't understand the concept of they don't understand the term false flag. They don't understand the term PSYOP. They don't understand the term auto app KO. E pluribus unum. Obama, when he passed the thing, the the alphabet people, that they can openly do what they want to do, and he said because we are a nation out of many one, which is from the dollar bill, which is in Latin, Novo Ordo Seclorum. So when he said we are out of many came one, and people clapped, they didn't know why they were clapping. Trump called for tariffs, which is a tax on Chinese goods. Now, I was listening to Michael Maloney. He deals with gold and silver, and he even said it, which I've been saying. I said, first of all, you're clapping when Trump called for a 25% tariff. It doesn't affect the Chinese at all. It affects you, because you're going to pay the tariff, because the Chinese are going to raise the price. If they make a car for $10,000, there's a 25% tariff on it, which is a tax. When you hear the word tariff, think of tax. One nation wants to bring their goods to another nation. It's not called a tax; it's called a tariff. All right. They make a car that's just as good as a Tesla. Let's say they make it for 10. Let's say they make it for 20,000. Teslas, you're talking 60, 70,000 and up, depending on the model. Forget about the Cybertruck. I believe that's 100,000. I don't know. Somebody do the math for me. But if the Chinese produce a car like a Tesla, the computer. In other words, the Tesla Cybertruck, that's all computers. Just a car or a truck built around a computer and a big battery. That's all that is. That's all it is. They make a car, it's 20,000, right? Tesla, you're talking 60, 70, 80,000. 20,000 does the same thing that the Tesla does. You're going to buy the car. Here comes Donald Trump. I'm going to put a 25% tariff on it. The 25% tariff is what? It's another what? $5,000. So now a $20,000 car is now $20,000 car is now $25,000. It's $5,000 more. You compare it to a Tesla, which is $60, $70. You're still going to get the car. So who's going to pay the extra money? You are. Here you are clapping because this guy's putting a tax on you because most Americans are dumbed down. Tariffs hurt you. Now, if he didn't want, and another thing, they're blocking China from bringing in these. What's the name of the company? Give me a second. Okay, a BYD is a hypercar, and the BYD. They make the SUV version. They make a sports model. And they make your typical like a Tesla. They say that they're way, way, way cheaper than what they make over here, but you never see them because why? Because there's a block. Because they would kill if they were to allow Chinese goods cars, these new cars, these BYD is a company name. If they were allowed this to come into the market, it would destroy the electric car industry because of the price. So look, China needs America and America needs China. If China called for an embargo, look that word up, put it in the chat, then you'll have all the shelves will be empty. Hey, a lot of your foods come from China and different parts around the world. So people, because you're dumbed down, and then when you see the Israelites, especially GMS, you say that we're crazy, we don't know what the hell we're talking about, you guys are racist. And when we speak, we're not even really speaking about Esau that much. We go mostly into a lot of prophetic scriptures. I mean, you're a part of that. So anyway, give me a second here. So let me just go right into it. Okay, let me go to Luke. I put a list together, so I got this long. There's no way in hell I'm going to cover everything in this list. Luke 17:29. Let's see what that says. Luke 17:29. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Let me bring it up a couple of verses. And he said unto his disciples, the days will come when ye shall desire to see one of the days of the Son of Man, and ye shall not see it. The year 2000 Lord can come back. He didn't come to pass. So that's a fulfillment of that. That's a fulfillment of Luke 17:22. And they shall say to you, see here or see there, go not after them, nor follow them. False messiahs, false prophets. Oh, the head of GOCC, he had a thing called the flea doctrine. He had these people go to Egypt, and they were stranded out there. They ran out of money. They had to get these little BS jobs. It said, for as the lightning that lighteneth out of the one part under heaven, shineth unto the other part of heaven, from the east to the west to the east, so shall also the Son of Man be in his day. But first must he suffer many things. Ultimately he died and rose, and be rejected of this generation. Not all Israel, but that generation of Israelites that were in that land, that part of the land. Remember, you had the northern kingdom on the other side of the earth. You had other Israelites scattered throughout Europe and parts of Africa. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be. So shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives. So it's going to be when that day comes, the government's going to be intact. Look, you have major fires out there in L.A. and a certain part of L.A., California. It's not affecting us over here in New York. We're doing what we got to do. Here, L.A.'s on fire, or parts of L.A.'s on fire. I pray that the men out there, the men and the women, the elect out there are good. And we'll hear from them. There'll be videos on this subject. It says they did eat and they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise also, and by the way, Esau knows that a fire is going to come and destroy this place, Babylon, because they know that the flood took place. Why? Because they did research. Scientists and archaeologists, scientists, biblical scholars, they got together and they went to Ararat, Turkey, to the mountain, and they found the ark. They said, likewise also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold. Well, this time when you buy and sell, when the destruction comes, when you buy and sell, you're going to be buying with that microchip. They planted, they builded. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained. And when we're going to leave out of Sodom, the new Sodom, how are we going to leave? We're going to be taken up. I heard a voice saying, come up out of her, my people. Revelation 18:4, which means what? The seven used to teach, we got to get out of here. We got to get on planes. No, they were going off. And then it was Yeshaya, High Priest Yeshaya and High Priest Kazak. They started going to the scripture saying we're going to be saved from UFOs, and the heads didn't see it. And eventually they saw it. That was right around the time that I came in. It said, so when I came in, it was established that we're going to be saved. We're going to be beamed up out of here. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, where we're going to go, how are we going to leave? We're going to be beamed up. Only the elect. It rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. Because when he comes back, he's coming back with fire. I just opened it up with Luke 12:49. Then it goes on to say, remembers Lot's wife. So a lot of you brothers, you're going to have to forget about your women, because your women that claim that they believe that they're Israelites, when they can't get to their food and the husband says, don't take the chip, she's going to like, well, how are we going to eat? That's when your faith is going to have to kick in. There's several brothers and even some sisters, I believe, but mainly brothers, that had dreams that angels made sure we ate. What does it say in Isaiah 65? Hey, the scripture said, comfort one another with these scriptures, right? Because brothers that fall out, or even sisters that fall out, they fall out because they lack faith, because they're not immersed into these books. When you baptize, that means you into the books. Okay, so let's go to let's see what Job 15:29 says. Job 15:29. He shall not be rich, neither shall his substance continue, neither shall he prolong the perfection thereof. upon the earth. Who's that talking about? That's talking about this man. He shall not depart out of darkness. They don't have answers. The flame shall dry up his branches. What's happening out there in California? And by the breath of his mouth shall he go away. Esau is the end of the world, then Jacob comes in. So if Jacob's in power, that means the kingdom is here. That means we got everybody enslaved and they're learning the laws. Right? And we're blessed. We're not living in rented apartments and so forth. So who's in power? Who's in power? That's a topic right there. Either Esau's in power, or Judah's in power, or Israel's in power. And we know that the Israelites are not in power because, pursuant to Proverbs 29:2, it speaks about when the wicked are in the rulership seat, the people mourn. Everybody's mourning, man. People are losing jobs. You got look when Trump comes in, he gonna come in like gangbusters, man. And a lot of people that was behind him, they're gonna come against him. In my perception, because I said it in a video the other day. Elon Musk fired 15,000, and that's just the beginning of his employees in this country and certain parts around the world. And he's going to replace them. He said it. He's going to replace them with H-1B visa people from other countries, because they have the same skills as the people that he fired, but you pay them less. You might be able to pay them 25% of what you pay an American that has these technical skills. And that's going to cause hatred with Americans. I'm talking about Edomites. They're going to be coming against these other nations, man. Because they're going to start doing good, and you Edomites, this is your land, you're going to start doing bad. The Apocrypha speaks about uproars of the people. The Apocrypha also says that 2nd Ezra 15, that it said they shall not regard their kings or princes. They're going to take the law into their own hand, and that's chaos. That's anarchy. Anarchy is they don't believe in the government, man. This new thing, the C. Ragamuff, the new one, the B to the I to the R to the D. People are going to say, no, we ain't with that shit. What happened with the last thing? And they took down one of my videos and gave me they suspended me for 90 days on my other page because I didn't mention. I said C. Ragamuff and I said jump shot, and they still took that motherfucker down. So anyway, let's go to Job 41 and 21. Job 41 and 21. His breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. That's talking about Leviathan. So don't be surprised if you see a big sea monster look like Godzilla come out the sea, start destroying things. Revelation 14 and 8, let's see what that says. Revelation 14 and verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. What's a fornication? The fornication is really the well, it's a democracy. You got to vote for who you want in the office. There's no more kings, except for England. Porneia is illicit sexual intercourse, which is man with man, woman with woman. Adultery. Of the defilement of idolatry as incurred by eating the sacrifices offered to idols. That's religious fornication, the worship of idols, sexual intercourse with a divorced man or woman. They went off on that. Sexual intercourse with close relatives. Adultery, fornication, homosexual intercourse with animals. Now, let me do this. Okay, Revelation 17. Am I there already? Revelation 17 and 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, that's Babylon the Great, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand. That has nothing to do with the MOTB or Revelation 13 and 16. Stop listening to Bishop Nate. He's leading you. He's in error. In her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of a fornication. So fornication and abomination is the same thing. I want to deal with the word abomination. A foul thing, a detestable thing. Now remember, Kamala Harris went to Africa with a checkbook talking about you got to pass laws to protect these type of people. And they said no. Certain African nations that she went to, of idols and things pertaining to idolatry. A foul thing, a detestable thing. Man on man is a foul thing, a detestable thing, but it's celebrated here in this country. They pass laws, they protect them people. In Russia, though, like Chechnya, if they find a guy that's, fruity, they torture him and then they kill him. And the government don't have no problem with it because they ain't with that shit. They ain't with that happy shit. But in this country, you can be that. You can openly be that. They make movies on that. But this is not Babylon the Great. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple more, 2 more, and then I'm going to close. I'm not going to make this long. Isaiah 66, 15 to 16, and then I'm going to jump down to 24. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword, Isaiah 34, my sword shall be bathed in heaven, and it shall come down upon Idumea. Will Yahweh, it's Yahweh because it's all caps, plead with all flesh, and the word plead means judge, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. Let's jump down to the 24th verse. It says, and they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me, for their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh. That's talking about the aftermath when the people are dead. This is more in a parabolic talk. Now, if you follow Bishop Nathaniel with his hell doctrine, which is clearly in violation of the scriptures, there's no such thing as a spiritual hell. They'll read scriptures that they'll mention worms. It'll mention worms shall not die, and they even go to the Apocrypha and they'll say that's what that's talking about. That's talking about a spiritual hell. And really, they're teaching in a roundabout way that only Israelites are going to go to hell, because are Edomites going to go burn in hell? No, because how are they going to serve slavery on the earth? So that means Esau is going to be doing better than us, the Israelites that didn't wake up. So if you want to listen to Bishop Nate and be destroyed, you go right ahead. Because we're going to see what he's going to say when that chip comes out. We're going to see exactly what he's going to say, how he's going to present it. And not just him, the other camps. We're going to see what they're going to say when they make it mandatory that you got to get that micro C hip. So now let's say he's correct, that there is a hell and bodies are going to burn. It says, let me do this. I got to come to the 23rd verse. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord Yahweh, and they shall go forth. Let's put it all together. It said every Sabbath and every new moon, you got to go to hell. You're gonna have a Pyrex glass in front of you. Luke 16. There was a gulf fixed where Lazarus and Abraham saw the rich man burning, and they were able to communicate with each other. So guess what? Every Sabbath and every new moon, you got to go see your grandmother burning in a rocking chair. Shows you that they don't know what the fuck they talking about, man. This is code. This is parabolic. This is poetic. It doesn't mean, well, we got to go see them dead people. We got to see them people caught on fire. Because it said where the place where the worm shall not die, and the fire be not quenched. And this Yahushua said that, the place where the worm dieth not and the fire is not quenched. He was quoting this scripture right here. So anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. I don't want to make this too long. But I got a list here because I put together a list. If you don't have nothing to teach on, a lot of you guys, well, I don't do videos because I ain't got no topic. Well, put a list together, man. And just read from the list. This list got to be, 50 precepts. All dealing with the same subject, flame and fire. Then I got another list that I put together a while back, years ago, which the title of the list is, or the topic is destruction, straight up destruction. And there's about like 30, 40 scriptures on this one. So like I said, I'm not going to read all these precepts, but just move on, go on to the next one, like I always say. Anyway, with that, shalom, on to the next.